Hey guys, it's me, Julia, and in this video, I'll be explaining practice test number 1, calculator section question 30. So let's get started. This question is a quadratic function question, and as you can see, there's a parabola. A parabola is the curvy graphs. Curvy graphs. It's not the linear one, which looks like a straight line. It's not that. It's usually like this or that. So let's read the question. Oh, and also we know that it's a quadratic. Wait, let me write it. We know that it's a quadratic function. Looking at the equation right here, x squared minus 2x minus 15. The highest power is 2, so that confirms it's a quadratic equation. Which of the following is an equivalent form of the equation of the graph shown in the xy plane above, from which the coordinates of vertex A can be identified as constants in the equation? So it's just saying, right, how can you express the equation so that you can directly see the vertex A, the location of vertex A? And you need to be represented as constants. So constants don't change. Okay, so we need to review some quadratic function or equations first. So a quadratic equation looks like this. And there are many forms. There's the ones where you can see the x-intercepts or the roots, if you want to call it that. There's also the standard formula, which we are given. So you can really modify the function itself. It's just you need to answer the question. And the question is looking for the vertex, not the x-intercepts or where the graph crosses the x-axis, okay? So it's basically saying change the equation to this, because that clearly shows you the x value and the y value. The key thing here is that it's squared. So our final answer needs to be squared. And I mean, D shows that, but we need to make sure. So we have x squared minus 2x minus 15. And we need to make this into a square. And how we would do that, we'll take the middle, so the coefficient of x always, and divide it by 2. And we take the x divided by 2, which is 1. And that's going to happen. But I think you don't really understand at this point. So let us expand this, actually. We're taking a step back. We're going back, and that's going to be x squared minus 2x plus 1. And that's kind of weird because they're all different. When you reverse the step, it should be the same. But the third one that I just wrote, it has a plus 1. So we need to take that plus 1 into account. So since this plus 1 is within the bracket, you need, once you take it out of the bracket that's being squared, you need to do negative 15, which is what I brought from the top or the original equation. And it's positive 1 within the bracket. When you take it out, it needs to be negative. So it's going to be negative 1. And that's going to be x minus 1 squared minus 16. And that is D. So the very basics, you need to know the quadratic equation and you need to know the different forms. There is the x-intercept form where you can see where it crosses the x-intercept. Where it crosses the x-axis. So the x-axis is right here, and the x-intercept form shows where it crosses. Okay. So that's going to be these two right here. This one, it looks quite similar to D, but the one main thing that's different is that it's not squared. So the -2 and -15, they're not showing the vertex. This is just a standard form, just written in a different way. The standard form is what's here. So yeah, treat those differently. Okay.